what this book is about and how to use it. When I began to teach Spanish in personal, one-to-one lessons several years ago, I remember that I used the same system I'd learned while working at a Spanish school. To teach every single aspect of grammar, the alphabet, nouns, adjectives, and so many other things that eventually overwhelmed several of my students and left them dumbfounded. Soon, I learned that I wasn't doing it right and that I was failing my students. While an institute can get away with making you return every single week for a long, boring class about how verbs work, most people who learn Spanish or any language in an unofficial manner simply want to know the most important thing. They want to expand their vocabulary. There are hacks to learning every language, but learning the vocabulary is a surefire way of speeding up your learning of a new tongue. Just look at these 3 amazing stats found in a study done in 1964. Number 1. Learning the first 1,000 most frequently used words of a language will allow you to understand 76% of all nonfiction writing, 79.6% of all fiction writing, and an outstanding 87.8% of all oral speech. Number 2, learning the top 2,000 most frequently used words will get you to 84% for nonfiction, 86.1% for fiction, and 92.7% for oral speech. Number 3, learning the top 3,000 most frequently used words will get you to 88.2% for nonfiction, 89.6% for fiction, and 94% for oral speech. Just look at those stats and imagine what you could do with this book once you've thoroughly read and practiced what it contains. We're providing you with 2,000 of the most frequently used words, equivalent to an understanding of 92.7% of oral speech. We achieve this not only by giving you a long list of words. There must be context to allow the words to sink in, and we provide that. Each of the terms will be listed with its translation in English and 2 example sentences, 1 in each language, allowing you to study the use of each word in a common, accessible manner. We have ordered the terms in their largest number of occurrences in common media, allowing you to begin with the simplest and most regularly used words first, before moving on to the less used ones. So now, do you need anything else while reading this book? Yes, you may, as always. There are hundreds of thousands of more words out there, but these will certainly give you a head start on learning the language and getting closer to mastering it. Recommendations for readers of 2,000 most common words in Spanish. Although we'd love to begin right away with helping you learn the vocabulary we've provided in this book, we've got a few tips and recommendations for getting the most out of this book. Number 1, an example you read can be transformed into an example you write. Why not try to practice the words we provide you by using them in your own sentences? If you can master this, you will not only be practicing your vocabulary, but also the use of verbs, nouns, and sentences in general. Number 2, why limit yourself to 2,000 words? While you're reading this book, you can always find 2,000 more not so frequently used words and practice them as well. Number 3, grab a partner or 2 and practice with them. Maybe it's your boyfriend, girlfriend, your roomie, or even your parents. Learning in groups is always easier than learning alone. And you can find somebody to practice your oral speech with. Just make sure they practice as hard as you do, since you don't want a lazy teammate here. Number 4, use the vocabulary you've learned to write a story and share it with others to see how good or bad it is. Find help from a native speaker and let them help you improve.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.